So this is probably the biggest war we've seen so far in this campaign. Poland versus Russia. It could be a stalemate, but at the same time, I'm wondering what the surrounding nations are going to do as these two great powers go at it. So this is going to be a big one. I'm excited. I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be a stalemate, but I don't know. Technology wise, it seems like maybe Russia has a little bit of an advantage. I mean, the long swordsmen are a little bit more powerful than the pikemen, and the swordsmen, obviously the swordsmen are a little bit weaker, but only a bit stronger than the pikemen. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and watch. Let's see what happens here. It seems like it'll be close, and it all depends on exactly how the Polish I guess its strategy and where it's going to go. So it looks like Russia is reinforcing St. Petersburg, or they're trying to maybe run up north to protect Moscow. That's definitely a possibility. I think Poland is one of the last civs to process their turn, and boom. Okay, so they didn't do too much aggression there immediately off the bat. It looks like they might have just kind of come to reinforce Warsaw, but that is it. Again, as I said in the intro, the interesting part of this war will be the nations that surround these two superpowers, like Austria, like Rome. Well, Rome's dealing with all its other things. I mean, this is like a lifesaver for Rome. They don't need to worry about Poland and Russia anymore. But definitely Austria. The Huns, this is huge. This is very big for the Huns, although the Ottomans could step in and decide to, hey, I don't want the Huns around anymore. That's definitely a possibility. We need to watch out for the Austrian-Babylonian War. Now, this is a smaller war, but it could be a big step for the Assyrians. I'm sorry, I should have said Assyria-Babylon War. It could be a big step for the Assyrians. Very big. Okay, let's go back to Russia and see what's going on. Now, does Russia go on the offensive? That's the question. Poland, I think, did the right choice not going too crazy. Yes, they did. They definitely took a few strikes here and there. I think they destroyed at least one Polish unit. Now, the problem is you're approaching Polish territory. I wouldn't be surprised if we see these three melee units maybe all get destroyed. Maybe not all of them. Let's watch. There's a pikeman and two swordsmen to the north. This pikeman's definitely gone. Oh, wow. So, nothing. Looks like there's a lot of movement going on between the Polish military units and I guess just outside of the Russian borders. But I'm actually shocked. So more than likely Russia should retreat from this battle. I don't think they'll be dumb enough to approach anymore, or maybe they will. I don't know. Remember, this was a Polish war. This was a war that Kazimierz himself declared. Okay, so these guys are definitely dead now. The problem is that now Russia has reorganized its military to the point where now there are long swordsmen in front. So yeah, those two units that were in the red did get destroyed. You've got the strongest units in the front, which is very smart for Russia. I didn't really think about the composition when this war was first declared. It looked like numbers-wise, which is usually a big factor. I don't even know what that window was. I just totally skipped it because I'm too focused on this war right now. Numbers-wise, it looked like it was in Poland's favor, but that might not be the case. Babylon has lost its capital. Wow. And Russia is still pressing forward. Those superior units of the long swordsmen that Russia controls are doing some damage. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them get destroyed here. One of them did, and the other one is in the yellow. England and Morocco have peaced out. Persia and Mongolia have peaced out. We've got a new war with Arabia, and I completely blanked. Ooh, look at this. Maybe. Oh my gosh, look at that. The Polish units that are protecting Warsaw, maybe that's just a distraction. Although Russia realizes that now. And since Novgorod is being taken here, it looks like it will for sure get taken in the next turn. Let's go ahead and visually look at what this looks like. Wow, that was Persia that took it. I thought it was Assyria. Persia stole it away, which is pretty surprising because Persia's, they're doing okay. They actually look like they might have been doing. I remember they colonized and they got those two cities taken away, but still. Not bad. Byzantium will lose this city for sure. Geez, the Mongolians are just surrounding them there. I feel terrible. And we'll see if Persia can move across the Persian Gulf to maybe attack the final Babylonian city. Let's check on Arabia and see where and who they're going to war with. Wow, Greece is all of a sudden going hard for somebody. It looks like it might be Arabia. Oh my goodness, look at all those Greek units. How did they even get all of them across the Mediterranean like that? They did it at the perfect time because Arabia, or Rome is about to close off the Mediterranean from the eastern Mediterranean. Ashanti might be destroyed here. We have the Zulu still kind of sitting out there. Who is this? I'm sorry. That's who I was supposed to check. It looks like it is a nation far away. We will figure it out a little bit later, but it wasn't anything super important apparently. Obviously it's a mod, but it's not the Congo. Oh, is that Tibet? That's Tibet, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so it's not important. Nothing, no result will come from that war. Let's go ahead and continue to focus in on this. We've got India and Arabia. Remember, this is important because that was India declaring war on Arabia. Could we be seeing a coalition? Could people be building up forces against Harun al-Rashid? It's a possibility. Russia is going to once again lose a melee unit. This was a very, very good war strategy for Poland's, distracting most of the Russian troops to go after Novgorod, pretty much undefended. Arabia, now Ethiopia has joined in. We've got Greece and Spain joining up against Morocco. Interesting choice there. Remember, Spain is in the middle of Iberia, so they will not be able to do much, I don't think, against... Oh, well, they're probably going after them just because Songhai is about to take it over, which is really weird because Songhai... Yeah, that is weird. Also, was that really why Greece went over this way? Just for the Moroccans? I don't think so. Don't think so. Now, India will not be able to make, I don't think, too big of a difference. We've got England, Byzantium. Yeah, India will not make too big of a difference against the Arabian Empire. I think they're too powerful right now. Everyone declaring war. Boom. Songhai took over Morocco. If that was Songhai, we'll have to check. Everyone's declaring war on Byzantium. I'm guessing, did they lose their last city? Not yet. But we'll have to see if Sweden declares war. What's going on here between the Russian-Polish borders? Did they take it over yet? They did not. Did they peace out? Oh my goodness, they peaced out. Wow. Two superpowers just duked it out for us, and nothing ended up coming from it. Ultimately, this is for the best. Unless you're rooting for Poland, then yeah, this was probably not the best thing to happen. But both these powerful nations, we didn't need to have a superpower here. There are two superpowers already, but we didn't need to have a superpower. And that was my big fear. Although, I mean, maybe it would have been good because someone needs to kind of balance the Mongolians. So yes, that was Songhai of Askia of Songhai that took that over. We'll see what Greece is doing. I'm thinking Greece might be going after Arabia. Nobody too close to that final Byzantine city, besides Sweden, that could probably take it. Maybe Poland, actually. Maybe that's Poland's strategy. Maybe they realize, wait a second, I just want to take over Byzantium here. I don't care about Russia. All right, let's see how Persia does against the final Babylonian city. This would be a big step, and it looks like they will take it over, but they've got to make a landing. Those composite bowmen need to actually land for them to shoot at this city. There goes Denmark. Now, Denmark might be able to have... Well, no, because they're going to need open borders through Sweden, and more than likely they will not be able to get that. Afghanistan and Denmark. Anything else? Want to make sure that there's no peace deals going on as well. That's also very important. Wait a second, doesn't Persia have... No, that's Mongolia that has a unit, or a city down here. Now, I must have missed this. Did I miss this? I don't know who took that over. Boom, the Ottomans found a way to get out. Somehow they escaped. Well, that's incredible. Yeah, they did. They escaped somehow. What does our spy say? Genghis Khan is plotting against the Ottomans. Okay. That is fine. We've got Denmark and France piecing out. I don't think France is going to be around for much longer. Still can't wait for that Portuguese-Spanish war. That will be insanity. And that will be insanity in Iberia. Jeez, just so crazy. Denmark and the Huns. The Ashanti look like they're going to survive once again from the Mali offensive. Zulu, the Huns, all after Denmark. Boyar moving a very far ways away from their capital. I don't know if that's for Carthage or what, but that's a ridiculous amount of tiles to move a land force like that. Like, that's crazy. Ooh, Congo have rebuilt, and they have their unique units out too. So I don't know if we're going to see a big old battle here between the Zulu and the Congo. Dang, this is cool. This is very awesome. And the Ottomans have another settler. I don't know if they're going to be going for a... So they went off the coast of the Horn of Africa. Is Persia going to take over this city? Actually, they might. But if this pikeman gets destroyed, then no. They're going to have 4 pikeman composite bowman attacks. If Persia processes next, then maybe. Let's go ahead and see. Bam, Arabia has been captured by Arabia. Memphis has been captured by Arabia. Okay, there you go. They didn't take it over. So it looks like Babylon is going to survive for now, at least until a melee unit gets over this way. Songhai versus Ethiopia. How is Ethiopia doing? They are doing okay. Actually, looks like the Zulu might be approaching for Ethiopia now. Persia and the Boyar. So I guess people are not liking this kind of middle game expansion that we're seeing from Darius. Understandable, I guess. Definitely understandable. Also, we need to all keep our eyes open for deep sea sailing units. Boom, Songhai, Greece. Oh, maybe that's what these Greek forces were here for. It might have been here for Askia. All right, that will be a big one, especially if Greek, a European, gets this far into Western Sahara Africa. That would be incredible. We've never seen anything like that before. France doing okay. How's Denmark? Denmark's fine too. Denmark's surviving. Did Byzantium still hasn't taken this over? Oh, and look at that. Mongolia pieced out. All right. So, Byzantium is going to keep their second city in between the Mongolian Empire. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get like a overview of kind of units that might be sailing deep. No, Bursa was settled on the continent of Africa, so no one will settle Madagascar just yet. Surprisingly enough, thought we'd see a Madagascar city at some point. Madagascar nation. Is somebody else at war with Songhai? No, that city's just rebuilding. I get it. It's still gaining its health back, I believe. England still has not moved, and it's only a matter of time before someone sneaks in there. Someone's going to sneak on Ireland or Scotland, and once you get a foothold inside of the British Isles, sometimes that English AI doesn't do so well. Sometimes they just don't do so well. Let's see if Greece attacks Askia here. Russia's built up her wonder. Is this what this was for? I'm not sure. Bam! Look at the Ethiopians. Oh, wow. Now, Arabia still has units, but they're scattered all across here. So, oh, man. If they don't reinforce fast enough, then Ethiopia's going to gain some strength. They're going to take away some of this power that the Arabians have gained. What do we have? Denmark and Vietnam. Oh, man. I feel bad for Vietnam. Or I feel bad for Denmark. When Vietnam, all the way from across the planet almost, declares war on you, like, that's bad. That is really, really bad. Denmark, India. We've got Ethiopia and the Ottomans joining in against Babylon, but it's kind of too late there. Spain, Tibet, Denmark, Spain, Carthage, Denmark. We've got, oh, there we go, Afghanistan versus Tibet. All right, so that's an interesting one. Now, remember, Tibet has pretty much nothing. They've got 2 scouts and a composite bowman. I mean, they're not going to be able to stay super safe. The Afghan army is strong. The Afghan army they've got a lot of range units. They've got a melee unit nearby. Now, my fear is this melee unit's going to get destroyed quickly. Zulu, Greece. Oh, look at that. Zulu, Greece. And then England, Denmark. Okay, those are 2 big ones. Pay attention in the North Sea for that English-Danish war. Zulu versus Boyar. Oh my gosh, it is about time. All right, so the Greek-Zulu war doesn't really matter, but this is the big one. That is what we've been waiting for this entire campaign, and it's finally happening. Now, the problem is that they're separated. The Zulu are separated from a big chunk of their military, as well as, let's not forget, these are pretty far behind units. Spearmen, warriors, archers. It looks like Boyar are going to do a lot of damage. The Boyar are going to do a lot of damage. But then again, there are still a few MPs. If Shotgun can get out a few more MPs, then he can maybe survive. Perhaps. I mean, maybe that's wishful thinking, but it's possible. Greece is focused on their war against Askia, but I think he's going to stall out here. There's a few sort of battles going on in the English Channel, Atlantic Oceans, and I'm sure that the North Sea is about to be filled with English units. The problem is that England doesn't have any range boats. So unless Sweden gets involved, Denmark might still survive. How about Persia? So did Persia and Babylon peace out? Not yet. Is India at war with Tibet? Yes. Yes, they are. So now everyone's going to go after Tibet. This will be the big nation that will fall, and either India is going to gain a lot of strength. Well, actually not a lot, but India needs this city, and Afghanistan needs this city. They both like crucially need this. So we'll see if maybe we, I don't know what kind of result, what would happen. I think that, I don't know. I mean, if it's pretty much these two nations that are going to have to. At least Afghanistan has the border with Persia. That's the positive thing. So they could always attack Persia for their capital and probably go after that. India, not so much. They do share a border, a pretty clean border, but I guess they both equally have an opportunity to attack the Persian capital. But yeah, I mean, this is it. If I really think that if one of these, the nation that doesn't get the Tibet capital will be, ultimately destroyed at some point in this campaign. Let's see. Oh yeah, and they're moving through Shaka's army like nothing. Very, very easily. Was that a war declared by Shaka? I can't remember. And the Zulu are going to try to make their final escape, though. France and Russia. That's a cool one. That is a very cool war to see. I don't know why it was declared, though. Boom. Ethiopia took back Memphis, and now they might be trying to approach Thebes. A big Portuguese fleets inside of the Mediterranean. Pretty technologically advanced, too. If they were going after Rome, they'd be able to clean house, I think. Wonder why that French war was declared. Do people not like the French? The Philippines and the Champa have peaced out. Anything happening over here? Nothing really. Yeah, no, nothing too much. I love this part of the map. I love Indonesia, the Philippines, the Champa, the Vietnamese. I don't know why I kept blanking there. Holy crap. My brain just turned off for a second. Yeah, the Vietnamese. I really like this part of the map. It's very interesting. I mean, the subcontinent of India is, it might get a little bit more interesting. It's not there yet. If Afghanistan takes the city, that might be, I don't know, that'd be fascinating. If India moves and takes over this Mongolian city, then that would be good. They'd be even. Ooh, this, I believe, is Assyria possibly trying to go after the final Babylonian city, which would be a smart choice because that would give them something that's coastal. India and Arabia piecing out. We have Persia and Greece, but they don't border each other. Persia or Greece, yeah, they got pushed back. Actually, Songhai is looking like they might be going on the offensive. Yep, and the Zulu might be done. The Zulu only have one city as of right now. If they don't slap this settler down in Madagascar, then they're going to get taken down. They're going to get taken out of the game, which would be probably one of the biggest shocking moments. Let's see where that settler's going. Technically, I guess he could get destroyed here. What are we looking at? We're looking at a catapult, multiple melee units. 1, 2. Yeah, the Zulu, oh my gosh. Really, like I'm going to kind of lose my mind if the Zulu get destroyed by turn 192. I mean, there have been a few nations destroyed, but to see the Zulu at the first, one of the first nations would be shocking. Never seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen the Zulu destroyed. We'll be able to tell probably by the end of this turn. Let's see. Congo have really been building up an army. Boy are moving back through Congo territory to probably reinforce this region. So it looks like the Zulu are going to be able to slap down a city. They'll go here. I do not think the Boyar will be able to take over their capital, Shaka's capital, by the next turn. But we'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.